From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Aaron Reeves.
Cloudy and kind of cold conditions today held those temperatures down. 40 right now in Poto. The clouds clearing out. Temperatures starting to drop off effectively. 25 in Bartlesville, 33 in Tulsa. Most of the state into the 20s and 30s. We're now setting our sights on our next storm system that's going to arrive Tuesday that everyone's kind of wondering about. Well, out to our west right now over Arizona, that's going to move east and then swing northeastward. And then we're going to see favorable storm track for at least some accumulating snow. Temperatures are going to be the big iffy thing with this as to how that plays out. But we'll at least have that chance as this storm system moves through with that main storm track down to our south, along or south of the Red River. Out ahead of it, we're quiet, but we see some things starting to be issued, some winter weather advisories, some winter storm warnings. Nothing issued in Oklahoma right now, but over the next 24 hours, that is probably going to change as we get more confidence with what's going on. So here's our setup Tuesday into Tuesday night. That low, once again, tracking through Texas on the north side of it in southern and southeastern Oklahoma. That's where the best chance of maybe some of those heavier bands of some wet snow setting up would be. A little bit lighter amounts as we get up into the northern parts of the state, and then that'll continue to move eastward. So here's kind of those limiting factors we're talking about. For really good effective snow, we want those temperatures below freezing. It can snow with them above freezing, and that's the way it looks like we're going to be. We're going to likely see those surface temperatures near to above freezing for the entirety of this snow event, or most of it. Ground temperatures also above freezing, so that snow could fall heavy and really accumulate, but as that's happening, it's likely going to be melting. That would decrease any accumulations if that happens. And we're also wondering about that timing or transition of rain over to snow. It's a dynamic and wet storm system, so a lot of moisture will be falling out of it, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But there could be some travel issues with this in the form of some wet, slushy roadways in those areas where those heavier snow bands potentially could set up. In the meantime, tomorrow morning, 24 degrees, pretty cold, 49, pretty nice, sunny, light winds tomorrow afternoon. Get out and enjoy it, because Tuesday's not going to be too fun of a day to be outside. Starting off generally around 30 as we head into Tuesday morning. By midday, that rain-snow mix moving into most of our area. Notice the heavier colors down to the south of Tulsa, near to that center of the low. And then as we head into the afternoon, once again, rain, snow. By this time, it should mainly try to be switching over to snow. But notice those temperatures, these are the highs from earlier in the afternoon, will likely be a couple of degrees cooler than this at that time. But the heavier snow bands, if they set up, would be south and east of Tulsa. And then this starts to wind down as we head into the middle of the night Tuesday. And then by early Wednesday, most of this would be out of here. Those temperatures, notice, still around to above freezing. So once again, in this type of situation, you could get what could be several inches of snow, but by the time it accumulates with the melting and wet snow compacts a bit more, that several inches of snow could look like half as much and once it's all said and done. And then as we head into Wednesday afternoon, we're back into the low 40s, maybe upper 30s. So any travel issues that we do get would likely be in pretty good shape by the time we get into the middle of the day on Wednesday. So here's a kind of an early conservative look at totals. A lot changes are likely going to happen as we're still trying to figure this all out. These are real hard to forecast when the snow temperatures are above freezing, but lighter amounts north of Tulsa, maybe 2 to 4 inches south and east of Tulsa, with some higher totals, maybe 4 or 5 inches in some of those higher elevations. That's something we'll be watching closely. And once again, slushy roads, the main impact. The closings are possible. We'll see. Power outages also possible with that heavy wet snow kind of weighing things down. That could mess with some power lines. So we'll watch that as well. As we head into that time frame, once again, rain-snow mix becomes likely by Tuesday. That gets out of here by Wednesday. We stay kind of cool to mild as we head into the weekend. And then a stronger cold front looks to move in toward the end of next week and in the following week, with a longer duration of some colder temperatures moving in at that point in time. And that's it for your forecast. Let's send it over to find out what happened in sports today.